Ron and Fez Show. Thanks for being with us on a Monday. Still to come tonight, we will have tickets to see Van Halen at the MCI Center on Friday, June 25th.
We'll start a contest for that in about a half hour. 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969. Write that number down, because in a half hour we'll be giving away Van Halen tickets. Now, Fez, I know it's Monday night. Always a weird night for you with your kind of phobic reactions, right?
Yeah, it's that very odd thing. I think it's that back-to-school feeling.
Yeah.
Starts on Sunday night.
Yeah.
And just plays itself all the way into Monday.
Yeah, and sometimes you get yourself all...
I'm always
up.
I know, I get all jittery, I get the Jimmy light going, and I get all tensed up on a Monday.
You get that whole weird thing of...
I'll get it for you in a second. That is me. I will, and I'll just start spinning in the whirly dervish.
You're Tommy Boy, where suddenly you're all caught in your own thing.
And my hair is just standing straight up.
Now, I kind of like phobias. I always find them really fascinating. I love OCDs. One of my favorite things, I don't know why people have this thing of normal. Everybody wants to be normal or thinks that they're normal. Remember when we had Tracy on talking about her OCDs that time?
Oh, yeah. Tracy with the cool pens.
I just loved her. I thought that was so interesting. I could have talked to her forever because she wasn't dull. There's something about phobias and obsessive-compulsive disorders that's just really refreshingly cool to me. Now, there's this website about normal stuff, trying to find out, are you normal, where people will figure out what is the normal thing to do, because that's a big thing for folks. All right, here's one for you. When you're at the grocery store and you're shopping, do you ever have a snack? Do you ever say, I'm going to open up this bag, or I'll have a cookie, or I'll have a grape?
I will never, ever do that. I don't eat anything in the produce department. I see people, those bins of candy where you make your own bag? Yeah. I see people helping themselves to that all the time. I don't do that. I
never did until I became a dad. Then I know that it freaked me out when I was little, so I would do it just for my kids. I'm going to enjoy this grape. Don't! They would try to grab your hand. Fezzy, according to this, 21% of people, almost 22%, will snack as they go along in the grocery store.
I'm really surprised it's that high.
Yeah. Well, you see it all the time, right? That's 1 out of every 5.
But to me, it's just something so not to do that I can't imagine that 22% of people do it.
But you're buying that stuff. That's the thing to always tell people. You're buying that. That's something I'm purchasing. You got a problem? Put an extra penny down for me. Now they got you bagging your own groceries and now checking yourself out.
I know. The first President Bush would just be insane in a grocery store now with everything you have to do on your own.
Would you take office supplies home from work with you?
Yes, that I do.
Now, that's stealing just the same as eating a grape. It's actually cuts into the cost. I'm sure that our advertisers are paying for the fact that you take your fax paper home. I'm going to say it right now.
Why would you have to say a specific item?
You have been known to leave with copy paper, packs and packs of it. That's 60% of the people who do. Now, not only would I take office supplies, I can't think of a single job I've ever had where I didn't take something home to enjoy. Whatever the work was, I would take it home.
Yeah, I think I've always done that, even when I worked in the grill. I would go home with beers and burgers.
Some places I would just take the cash. If I worked around money, I would go, look how much money they have. Why not take an extra couple 20s for myself? If I worked at a bank, every day I bet I'd leave with a pack of hundreds.
Working at the grill, I would leave with my jacket so full of ice cream sandwiches that I could barely move. I would just stuff the pockets.
So why are you comfortable stealing from work, but not comfortable stealing from the supermarket? Because you could get caught?
Yeah, I think I could get caught more in the grocery store, and with the office supplies, I feel like that just comes back into the building anyway. I'm using the paper for work.
So you feel
I feel entitled there.
But But yet you don't feel entitled to say to Alan, Alan, is it okay if I take these papers home? Because he would say, Fez, this is work supplies for work. If you're working, you're free to work here. Why don't you come in for an extra couple hours?
No, I would never tell that to Alan. He'd say no.
Yes, not only would he say no, he'd have you arrested.
Do not call Mr. Line One.
The word's out there now, Alan. Would you send food back in a restaurant?
Never. Never would I send food back. They're going to do something to it.
Well, would you say, I don't want to eat this, please take it back, and I'm not paying for it?
I would just, I would not even...
That's what sending food back is. I mean, you're basically saying, no, you're embarrassing kind of the waiter, and you're saying, take this away. This is terrible.
I would probably just not eat it. They would offer me something else, and I probably wouldn't accept that either.
Would you pay for it?
No, I wouldn't pay for it. But I wouldn't eat it, and I wouldn't ask for a substitute, because I know what's going to happen.
Well, if you're not paying, that's sending it back. So that's 34% of the people said they would never send something back, that they would just sit there upset. Now, most of the time, they're not going to do anything to it. If you say, hey, excuse me, I didn't order French fries, I ordered mashed potatoes, most of the time they're going to say, no, okay. Or if you say, look at the steak, it's burnt like a crisp. My problem is I'm not going to sit around and wait while you cook another steak. I don't have 2 hours to give you. That's past it. So 34% would just... And here's the thing. I think if I owned a restaurant, I would rather people send the food back than not leave disappointed and never return to my restaurant again. Because that happens all the time when you go, hey, let's go to that place. And they'll go, oh, no, not me. One time I went there and the lima beans weren't even cooked. When was this? About 11 years ago. I go, the people that used to cook there then were dead. It seems like the restaurant is still open. Do you use the slit in your underwear?
No, I go over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't use the slit.
Let me check with Wonder Boy.
Over the top.
Let me check with all the guys we have on staff here. Does anybody use the slit in their underwear?
Because you're going to stretch out that slit if you use it too much. Here comes J Dubs and Kevin Rogers.
Normally over the top, but I have used a slit.
I'll say this. All you guys are in jockeys, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boxers, you're going to use a slit.
Oh.
So when you get the big boy pants, I bet you start to use the slit. Let me check over here with the guys.
Yeah, I wear boxers and I use a slit.
Yeah. Nice. By the way, one of the nicknames that came up from you from Tommy Dean was Shroom, which kind of fits you.
See, I wear boxers too, but I put the whole fruit basket over the top.
You go over with everything.
Everything.
Yeah, I understand. Now, if I'm wearing loose boxers, I'll use a slit. If it's boxer briefs, I go over the top. And I got to agree with him, too. I'm not just, I'm keeping everything together if I'm going over the top. 85% go over the top with their underwear, men using them. And only 7% of women go over the top, which I'm surprised it's even that high. Have you ever stolen anything from a store?
Yes. Yes, I have.
What did you take?
I took some candy when I was a kid.
Nothing big?
No, nothing big. Not like a stereo or anything.
All right, let me check around with the boys. What about you, Wonder Boy? Ever steal?
Never.
Never shoplifted in your life?
No, not even like a 5-cent piece candy.
A lot of girls don't.
Oh, I stole beer one time. I forgot about that.
From work?
No, not from work.
Because you used to take beers home from work, too, when we had them delivered.
They want us to have those.
You ever steal?
Oh, yeah.
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 What's the largest thing?
Well, one time we took like a whole garbage can full of beers. Just
From where?
A gas station where we knew how to get into the back of it. We went to the cooler.
That must have been the best beer you ever drank in your life. Isn't that the oddest thing? There's nothing like stolen goods. I don't care what it is. If you get stolen razors somewhere, you're like, I can't believe how close the shave is. You appreciate it so much more than a purchase. People in this country love hot merchandise. Let me check with Kevin Rogers.
Yeah,
What'd you steal?
a couple bottles of liquor
From where?
from a friend.
Our office.
Oh, so you actually broke into a house.
Well, it was a party, and we were leaving.
You robbed the house. You robbed the people have welcomed you into their home, and you robbed the house. You know what? I was in a party one time where the guy that I came with ended up being caught in the parents' bedroom going through the drawers.
Oh.
And he was going, hey, I was lost, I'm drunk. And they're going, you're into the jewelry box. And then everybody looks at me. Why did you bring this animal? I go, hey, man.
I'm lost, and I thought this drawer might be the way out.
This is the only way I can talk my way out of it. Hey, man.
They buy it?
What are they going to do? Let me check with Chapin.
Yeah, we used to get real hammered and realize it was about 12:10.
Yeah.
And all the beer stores are closed, so you go in, one guy does a little distraction in the front, knocks some stuff over, the other guy grabs all the beer on display and runs out the door.
Now, so it was a real kind of a dine and dash when you did it with beers.
Oh, yeah, do it with beers, and you go to, like, high school parties and steal their kegs and just, hey, guys, what's going on? Next thing you know, kegs in the van.
Remember when everybody used to steal the taps, too, because the taps were valuable? One time I chased a guy with a tap, hit me with a car. As I'm running out, he hits me with the car as everybody's chasing, because as we turn around, the $40 beer tap is gone, so why not try to kill somebody? I went up over the top of it. It seems like a lot of people steal alcohol. Alcohol, very, very big here. Have you ever snuck into a theater without paying?
Yes, I have.
How did you get in?
Went to one movie, watched that, and then ended up going into another theater after that one was done.
That's not a real sneak-in. A real sneak-in is you come in through the back door. You don't pay nothing to nobody, never. Have you ever done one of those?
I've never done that.
When I was 14, I did a gimmick of maybe even younger, but, you know, the cool thing was always, like, get money to go and then finding a way around it. My first way was act like I was tying my shoe, came up on the other side of that little rope, kept going. After that, we had a friend. We'd all pay for one guy to go in. He would go open up the fire exit. We'd all bolt in as quickly as we possibly can, making sure we fanned out through the theater and then met up later. Because then only one person's going to get caught. Let me check with the Dubs. Dubs, sneak in?
No, but my friend managed a place, and we'd go there at like 4 a.m. on like Thursdays and watch all the movies that were coming out before.
That's a great life.
Yeah.
That's a great life.
Nice to know people.
All right, let me check out with the Shroom. Shroom.
Yeah.
Is there any bad thing you haven't done?
Wait till we get to murder.
Yeah. Yeah, we killed this kid.
I'm not supposed to talk about that.
Yeah. We killed this kid because we just watched that Manson movie a couple weeks ago.
We used to bum rush, just bringing up people where, you know, if you were underage a lot or you didn't have any money, you just slide underneath when everyone else was checking in, you know.
Where are you sliding in at? Where they take the tickets? Where they rip your stuff?
No, underneath the thing. You know, you just go right in. Just walk right in. You just help yourself.
I don't know what the thing is.
It's a movie. You walk into the movie.
Yeah.
You know how they have the...
Well, you don't know what you're talking
Door?
about. You're rambling away. If I was high, I'd know. What movie did you go see? Cheech and Chong? Up in Smoke? Where did you go? Fast Times at Ridgemont High? Where were you off to?
It was an old theater up in New York, and you could go up there.
Yeah.
Because this is rundown.
Yeah.
And you just go in because it's like a door. You know, it's like there's four of them. That guy.
You mean a fire exit?
No, it's in the front. The guy was hardly watching it, so you just sneak in. If you had enough people, you didn't know.
Right. You understand we didn't grow up in the same bum F town that you did, and that maybe you'd like to use some words to describe what's happening.
I really hope you do well at your court-martial, Linda England. I hope you do all right for yourself.
This is just like a monkey film. It's like watching a monkey film. All right, Chapin, what about you? Sneak in the theaters?
I don't know how to follow that one.
Yeah, you know
in English would help.
I never snuck into the theaters, but I used to have a buddy up in West Virginia when I was going to college at WVU.
Yeah. And
they actually served beer in the movie theaters. So you'd sneak in your own beer, and you'd go out with the cups and just get free refills.
Wow. That's the greatest story ever.
Yeah.
I mean, just that they would serve beer in a movie theater. They're so advanced there.
Everyone ended up peeing on the floor, so that got
Thank you.
Thank you, Chapin. And I love the fact that anytime we talk to them, the Mountaineers get a plug.
Every single time.
Go Mountaineers.
It's the year we went 8-3. I remember it very well.
Took on Notre Dame in the national championship. Now, one of the last times I went to the movie, when I went to see Harry Potter, I was coming out where you go out the exit that just opens right to the parking lot instead of walking back to the lobby.
Yeah.
There was 3 little redheaded kids that were coming in the back door that way. Like, as soon as I opened it, they were grabbing. Oh, yeah. They look like the O'Doyle family.
What were you doing in Harry Potter?
I went to see Harry Potter. I'm a Harry Potter movie fan.
Mm-hmm.
I don't read the books.
So you're at Harry Potter, and you're letting young boys break the law. I'm going to read about you in the paper, and it's not going to be pretty.
Maybe it'll be some sort of award.
And I'll be like, the same thing as that night. Hey, man. Hey, man. When they asked me, did I know about this? All right, we're giving out some Van Halen tickets, Fezzy. And, Fezzy, you had an idea, Hot for Teacher.
That's right, Hot for Teacher. Talking about those embarrassing things you did just because you had a crush on a teacher, like when you were little. And it's like one of your first crushes, so you really go a little bit too overboard and do something embarrassing.
This is one time I can't relate to you being a little kid. My teachers were so elderly that they used to retire 1 year after me, I think all the way up to 6th grade, and that was a guy teacher. So I really don't remember hot teachers in that Mrs. Crabtree way. All right, 866-277-4969, 866-277-4969. Give us your childhood crush for a teacher. We'll give the best person tickets to Van Halen, the best story. You had a crush on the teacher, Fez?
Yes, it was actually...
What was his name?
It was not a him. It was Miss Gillen in the 2nd grade.
That's before you know?
She had red hair and she played the guitar, which I thought was fantastic.
What kind of music did she play? Do you remember?
She always played like Christian folk because I went to a church school.
Oh, okay. So you would just stare at her longingly like, I wish I was a redheaded girl?
So, I mean, she would play things like they'll know we are Christians by our love and that sort of thing.
I know you're going to be shocked by this. I don't know it.
So, my dad had a bank client who had passed away, and she left him
sorry.
Yeah, she had left him some stuff, including some real cheap plastic jewelry. And my mom had it, and I had taken one of these fancier cheap rings and given it to Miss Gillen as a gift.
So there, you stole from your own family.
Yeah, I took that from home.
Because you had no idea what that ring was. I mean, now you're saying it's just a cheap ring.
Right.
But you didn't know that in 2nd grade.
Oh, no, it looked beautiful. It was like a bunch of different colors and stuff. You know, the glass in it was gorgeous.
Right.
And so I took that to Miss Gillen.
It's a sapphire. What were those things that we always used to give like our girlfriends? They was a star sapphire. That was always the big thing because you could get them for like $10. Star sapphire.
So it got ugly because Miss Gillen asked me about the ring, and she said to me, "This is really a nice gift." And I told her, "Yes, it's very expensive."
Now, you didn't give it to her at Christmas or anything?
No, just in the middle of the school year, probably, in the fall or whatever. Yeah, it was no sort of teacher day or end of school or Christmas.
Fat band kid has a crush. Now,
and in no box or anything, just here's a ring.
Here, this is for you. I think we both understand what this means. No wonder you got turned off women. That had to be just unbelievable. Now, she went and called your parents?
Yeah, she called my mom to say, you know what, I have this ring that Fezzy gave me, and she goes, I don't know if this was supposed to come to school. I don't know if I'm, I'm
uncomfortable, she's saying. Yeah. He's obviously gay, and now he's handing me a ring. Why do you guys always go for the older women?
She was my Martha Ray.
Yeah, all you guys do it. I'm in love right now. That is hysterical.
So she called my mom, and then the embarrassing thing was, to hear my mom on the other line going, he did what? He gave you what?
You had to be crushed.
Oh, I was I didn't want to, leave the house, never mind, go back to school. And she's telling her, oh, no, that ring's not worth anything. I hear her saying that after I said...
That was the worst.
That was the worst part, because I said it was very expensive, and we went to a very expensive store to get it.
Now, you're in 2nd grade. In the back of your mind, did you think, I'm going with her? Did you think maybe this is now working out for me?
I think it was just one of those sort of things where it's like, she's going to know how much I like her.
Right.
And I'm going to get, we'll probably do a lot of things together. Like, I'll be first in line. I'll sit next to her when we go to, assembly or whatever.
Wow.
When we go into chapel.
So it was more of a kiss-up than I really want to make out with her.
It was, I really liked her.
At that age, you were still confused about your feelings.
Yeah. Oh. But I knew I really liked her, and I wanted her to really like me. And then, the hell with that after she found out I stole a ring that isn't worth stealing.
Did your family laugh at you?
Oh, of course. Oh, they were all, do you know what your son did?
No.
And then, Corky would come home. Guess what your brother did?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was just non-stop.
Oh, my God, that's a terrible story. But great. It's great, but, I mean, you're just so damaged from an early age.
And then to have to see her again. It was just, so awful to go in that classroom
We got
again.
to call her. I bet she still tells the story. This fat kid with a lisp tried to give me a ring, thought we were engaged.
I hadn't put on my fat weight yet.
All right, 866-277-4969. We're playing Hot for Teacher, giving away some Van Halen tickets, a time where you had a crush on your teacher when you were a kid. It's the Ron and Fez Show.